out my window, sun shining bright.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Reese the Sideliner as always. And yeah, mad games was on today, bro. We had Wembanyama's debut, Thompson's debut, Ausar Thompson's debut, Scoot Henderson's debut. There was a lot going on today, bro. And obviously I couldn't watch every game, but the games that I did watch, at least the bits and pieces, the only games that I watched, like majority of them, was of course Wemby's debut, which we'll get into, but was disappointing. Yeah, disappointing. I knew it would be. For whatever reason, I had a feeling going into the game that it would be underwhelming. Not really disappointing. You can't really control the fouls. They're calling a lot of fouls. Like in the few games that I have been watching, there's been a lot of fouls being called, bro. Like not really fouls that should be being called. But anyway, let's just get into what we watched today. Wembanyama's debut, bro. Like I said, it was underwhelming. He got a block on Kyrie within the first 30 seconds of the game. Hit 2 threes for his first couple baskets, and I was like, all right, bet. Wemby's arrived, bro. It's about to be a good game. Got a couple quick fouls in the first quarter, hit the bench. Was like, you know, he'll be back and he'll get things rolling. Got back in the game, got a couple more fouls, hit the bench once more. Fourth quarter comes around and he's played a total of 15 minutes. So once he checks back in, he gets his 5th foul within 30 seconds of being on the floor, bro. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be Vic's debut. The game is still on right now. 103-101 with 8:09 to go. But yeah, underwhelming for sure. But his teammates definitely holding it down. Jeremy Sohan started at point guard tonight, and it didn't look terrible. Pop wanted to throw out a big lineup. He had Jeremy, Keldon, Devin Vassell, obviously Vic, and then I was about to say Zach Collins, who also was holding it down when Wemby was out. 7 points for Jeremy in the first quarter, 12 for the first half. Really, really working all over the floor, bro. A real, like, Dennis Rodman, like, protege almost, but just better offensively equipped. He had worked on his shooting a lot this offense. God damn, I'm so tired. Over this summer, and you can really tell, like, his shooting form looks better. He looks comfortable taking those shots, bro. Devin Vassell looks really, really comfortable shooting out there. Looks like he was worth that bag, especially in the first quarter. 10 points, a huge slam on the break. He was hitting tough buckets in the first half. Had 15 going into the third, 21 before I just came into film this video. So the Spurs are looking really good, bro. I'm going to be tuning in a lot, mostly because of Wemby, but now because of what I've seen from these other guys like Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan. Keldon Johnson is also having a decent game, although he's not scoring the ball a lot. He's not taking many shots either, but he did have 7 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 7 assists before I came out here. I'm not sure what he's going to finish with. But right now, Dallas is up 5 with 7 to go. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's game 1. It's a learning experience for all those guys, especially with all the hype that was surrounding Wemby. Now that this game is over, they can just, you know, get all the jitters out and it'll be a smooth season from here. Obviously, the hype will still be there, but game 1 is just so massively upscaled that, you know, once that's out the way, I feel like they'll be fine. They did manage to score their highest scoring quarter in the past 2 seasons, though. They put up 43 in the first quarter, bro, and that's when I was like, yeah, bro, this team is built, like, really solidly, bro. Although they are a young team and they're going against the Dallas Mavericks, who don't really have much defense. They have the tools when everything finally meshes and gels together to really be a good, competent team, bro. And I'm really excited to see what they can piece together, especially with Popovich signing that 5-year extension. They got some time, bro. They definitely got time to make something happen. Then Luka Doncic, bro, Luka Magic, he's putting on the show, bro. I'm pretty sure he's gonna end up with a triple-double, 23, 11, and 8. when the third quarter ended. He was setting them on fire, bro. Tim Hardaway as well off the bench in the first half. 12 points in the first quarter, 15 in the half, but fizzled out a little bit going into that third because the ball just stopped coming his way for a little while. Kyrie Irving was struggling in this game to hit a shot at the beginning of the game. Hit a couple nasty clutch shots over Zach Collins. Not really like clutch as in like we need this bucket, but I mean like clutching the ball. Like it was, Kyrie is fucking cold, bro. That's why he's one of my top 5 favorite players of all time. Just because of his game, bro, so smooth. Derek Lively is already proving, or not proving, but showing that he can eventually be a solid lob threat for Luka and Kyrie, making a huge impact in the game. That third quarter alone, he scored 10 points, bro. So there's a huge upside on him for a reason. Just once his defense catches up to his offense, then, you know, they'll have something there as far as an anchor and like a two-way guy, so to speak. All right, moving over to the Boston-New York game, bro. That was also a really, really good game. They even had to delay. That's the crazy part, bro. Wemby's game, they were supposed to play at 9. Tip-off was at 9:30. And it got delayed to like 9:50 because Boston and New York's game was just taking so long, bro. It was a solid game, especially for Kristaps. And that first quarter, bro, was lighting their ass up, bro. 15 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 3 of 5 from deep. He got a block on RJ to add on top of that. He cooled off in that second and third quarter, but the fourth quarter came back around. 30 points, 8 rebounds for the game, hit some deep threes, bro. Ended up with 4 blocks. Like, this was an amazing comeback game to the Garden for Kristaps, bro. Amazing debut for the Celtics for Kristaps. Jason Tatum, he's doing Tatum shit, bro. First quarter, 80% shooting, 10 points, 19.6 rebounds at the half. Came out the half on fire, bro. 9 straight points, not really straight points, but scored 9 points in just 4 minutes. Finished the game off with 34 points, 10 rebounds. Like, oh man, the Celtics are the favorite for a reason, bro. Although they did have to go down to the wire with a New York Knicks team that was struggling bad shooting. Like, let me see, bro. Julius Randle shot what for the game? 5 of 22. Absolutely downright disgusting. 5 for 22 for your All-NBA player, and Julius Randle is not good at all. And the Celtics went down to the wire with them, so they do have some things to work out. Jaylen Brown didn't have such a good game, just 11 points, 4 of 11 from the field. But he did end up with 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and then Drew Holiday had a quiet game as well. Just 9 points, but he did end up with 3 blocks. So the defense, we all know what that's gonna look like, bro. But, you know, like I said, for the Spurs-Dallas game, it's just game 1, so, you know, they'll come around once everything glues and meshes about game 25, game 40, you know, we'll see why this team is actually the #1 team in the league, at least in the Eastern Conference. I'll give them that, because you still got to prove that you're better than the champs. I will always stand on that hill that until the champs are knocked off, they're the best team in the league. Or if they just, you know, shit the bed throughout the regular season, then, you know, you can crown someone else. But until Denver is knocked off, they are the best team in the league to me. Yeah, like I said, though, the Knicks were struggling crazy in that first half. Well, throughout the game, really. Jalen Brunson was 2 of 9 in the first half, 6 of 19 to finish the game, but he did hit some decent shots throughout their few rounds that they had that made a difference for the Knicks. RJ Barrett was 5 of 12 at halftime with 14 points, 24 points scored for the night. Had a really, 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 you know, impactful 7 points for the Knicks to open up the fourth quarter, set them off on a 13-2 run. With 9 minutes to go, they took their first lead in the game, 86-84, and that was all spearheaded by the enthusiasm that RJ Barrett was playing with, alongside Emmanuel Quickly, who also ended up with 24 points in his game. Just absolutely red hot, bro. Just getting whatever he wanted on the offensive end. 5 of 6 from deep. I absolutely enjoy watching Emmanuel quickly hoop, bro. I'm calling it right now. That's my sixth man of the year pick. I said that in the video, my video that I did for the awards predictions a couple weeks ago. That's my pick for sixth man of the year, bro. And the Knicks, the crazy thing is the Knicks were actually up late in this game, bro. 93 with 5 minutes to go. The Knicks hit a couple big threes, bro. It was an and-one three hitting the corner by Quentin Grimes. They went up by 6. And, you know, they had all the momentum riding with them, but somehow, some way, the Celtics were able to steal this game from them, bro. They fought back. It was down to the wire, like I said. Wemby's game got delayed 20 damn minutes. So this was a great game, bro. I'm glad I tuned into that one for sure. And then just a few games that I was watching before the Celtics game and leading up to the Spurs game. We had Houston, Orlando. Franz Wagner was looking really good to start off the game. He had three threes in the first quarter, 11 points to finish off. But that's all he had in the first half. John Isaac, healthy on opening night. You love to see it, bro. He had some big-time blocks. One on Jalen Green late in the first quarter on a drive to the rim. Cole Anthony, 13 points, 75% in the first half. And Paolo, you know, like I stated before, he's like gonna be their do-it-all guy. Obviously, he is number one, but when other guys is hot, you know, the number one can take a back seat when, you know, things are rolling. So Paolo in that first half, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, you know, slight little game. I didn't check, you know, what they ended up with for those games. You know, I was too invested in those other 2 games, but, you know, looking around the league, I did like what I saw tonight. Like from the Rockets, Alperen Sengun, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 3 dimes in the first half. And all these are gonna be first half things because that's when I stopped watching to go watch the Celtics game. So I apologize if you're upset that I don't have, you know, final stats and things of that nature. Go look him up yourself if you want to know that bad. He was looking like the best player on the court in that first half, though. I'm gonna be real with you. Not just off of statistics, but just the eye test. He looked the most comfortable. Aside from Paolo, of course, Alperen definitely looked like number one on that court. And then the men, a very disappointing start for himself. I know he's disappointed in himself. Just 1.3 turnovers in that first half, where a couple of them, he was just dribbling the ball of himself, where he's fumbling with the ball and just, you know, it's a turnover. Also tuned into Indiana, Washington for a little minute. Tyrese Halliburton now has a beard, and he ended up with 7 assists in that first half. And what surprised me the most about this game was the fact that Obi Toppin and Bruce Brown got the starting nod. So they're coming in right off rip and being able to make an impact and make a difference for this team. Bruce Brown had an amazing first half, 4 or 5 from deep, looking like that $20 million man. Like, he looks like he's worth that contract, at least from game 1. And then Jalen Smith and Buddy Hield played big roles in that first half, 11 points apiece for them. Jalen Smith grabbed 4 boards, 80% for the field, and he hit 2 shots from deep. They're going to need that floor stretchability alongside Miles Turner, another big that can do that as well. I know they have Daniel Tice. He can do that as well. So they do, you know, they have these bigs that can stretch the floor for them. And then not to mention, Jalen Smith is, you know, another defensive guy alongside of Turner too. So his upside is really, really high. He's still a young guy too. This team is very young, and oh man, NBA season. Thank you for coming back, bro. Thank you so much. I'm so hyped for it, bro. Moving into Benedict Mathurin, he looked good on both ends of the floor. 13 points in that first half, 3 rebounds and 2 steals to go along with that. He led all the Pacers in scoring heading into that third quarter. And then Andrew Nembhard was probably the most impressive of the bunch, although everybody did have decent games like I was just stating. But 8.7 assists on 100% shooting off the bench. Hey, that's a gem. That's a diamond in the rough for the Indiana Pacers if he can continue that throughout. And then for Washington, 14 points for Tyus in the first half with 5 assists and a few rebounds, but he did. I'm disappointed in him. He had 2 turnovers. So, you know, Tyus Jones, I hyped you up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah. He had 2 turnovers in that first half. That's surprising for him, seeing how he, like I've stated many, many times, has been the lead guard when it comes to assist to turnover ratio. And oh my God, it's 115. Oh my God, with 3 minutes, let me finish this video. Poole, he had a slower start than most people expected. There was a lot of noise that he would just have the green light, come out there, do what he wanted to do. But, you know, he wasn't just taking over the offense. He did have 13 points in that first half, but he was playing within the flow of the game, as well as Kuz. He had 16 points, 1 block in the first half. That was it. He just came to score. And for the last game that I tuned into, as soon as I tuned in, Brandon Miller, clean deep splash for his first. Oh my God, Wemby got back in. Come on, come on. Brandon Miller hit a clean deep splash for his first bucket of the game. PJ Washington had 12 points leading the Hornets offensively, but LaMelo Ball struggling 0 of 8 in that first half. Just really hindered the Hornets from being able to, you know, really have that confidence going into halftime. But Terry Rozier, who also had a slow start, picked it up late in that second quarter. 13 points to finish off the half. Most of his points, well, a good chunk of his points coming from the free throw line, being 5 of 8. So he was really being aggressive. Jalen Johnson for the Atlanta Hawks looks super solid off the bench. 13 points, 6 rebounds and a steal, making an impact on both ends of the floor. Running the break really, really effectively, might I add, getting some big time slams, bro. And then Trae Young, he struggled a bit shooting the ball, but like Trae Young has always done throughout his career, he's going to get to the line. 6 for 7 in that first half. So yeah, NBA ball is back. I'm excited. I'm about to go finish this Spurs game, 116-115. San Antonio is up. I'm out of here, bro. I thought this video would take a little longer. That's why I did it in between the game, before the game ended, and I thought Wemby would be out. He got back in, so let me go tune in. Enjoy basketball, man. I'm out. Peace.